Hi, guys. Thank you so much for always subscribing to my YouTube channel, BlossomBecky. And today we are doing things different because my friend asked me to sit on the bench to ask me questions that I don't know the questions she'll be asking me. So I'm a bit nervous. I don't know, but I will wait. I will throw with the questions. If she want to know about me, I'll tell her. Let's wait. Let's see what she want to ask me. And remember to hit that notification bell and also to share my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. So today I am now on the bench and I'm a bit anxious because my friend said she wants to ask me questions that I don't know. I'm not ready. I'm not aware. So let's see what she wants to know about me and what she wants to ask me. Karibu sana, Susan.
Thank you so much, our
I'm
doctor.
anxious.
Yeah, just I know. Sometimes it happens, and you can be anxious. But as you have always told us, then you can breathe in and out. Can you breathe in and out? Wonderful.
Okay.
That time.
Wow. Oh, I feel good. I feel good. Yeah.
Now you're ready.
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I
let
am.
me just try and bring you home a little bit and ask you something that at least I know that you are confident about. Before I take you deeper to the questions that I have for you today. Well, doctor, would you mind maybe to tell us what is mental well-being? Kindly tell us what is mental well-being.
Ah, that's nice. That one I know. So, mental well-being is the healthiness or being health in your mind. So many people confuse a lot about well-being, wellness, and illness. When you're mentally stable and well, everything else becomes better. But when you have mental illness, you have sickness of the mind. Yes.
What you're telling us is when we have mental illness, that's when we talk about mad people.
Not really.
Okay.
It's not about mental illness has nothing to do with mad people. And I think that is a problem we are having. That's why there's a lot of stigma surrounding issues to do with mental problems, mental well-being, because people have made and stigmatized issues to do with illness. So let me tell you, when you are mentally ill, you are just like anybody else who is ill. See?
Yes.
I can have issues with my stomach. I am ill. Issues with my leg. I am ill. Issues with my mind. I am ill. Cancer of the stomach. Okay?
Okay.
Cancer of the lung. All those are illness. So here what we are saying is that my mind is mental illness. My mind, my brain is ill and it is hindering me to function normally.
Okay.
But when I am well, that is what we call mental wellness. It means maybe I have small issues, but I'm able to function because mentally I am well and stable.
So, I'm getting it. So, what you're telling me, there is mental problems, mental health, mental illness, mental well-being.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes. And unfortunately, people confuse all that.
True.
And in that confusion, it brings a lot of stigma. So when there is stigma, so we are not able to deal with that illness.
Okay.
And you also forgot that there is also a mental disorder.
True.
So and people think when I'm stressed, I have a disorder. No. I can be stressed and I can have a psychosocial stressor. So psychosocial stressors are just like stresses, the normal stresses. Issues to do with maybe separation, issues to do with maybe lack of job, lack of money. If we don't take care of them, they can progress to maybe a mental illness. But that does not mean that I have a mental disorder.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is great. I hope our viewers, you are getting something. I'm telling you, this doctor knows about mental health, like I don't know what. But anyway, I need to switch to what has brought me here. That was just to prepare you, doctor. And now you have talked something, and you have talked about separation, something like that. But now I want to be a bit more personal and ask you some few questions about relationships, because
Okay.
I can see that most of the time you talk about relationships, but today we want to know, you yourself, have you been in a relationship?
Oh my God, that's too personal. Of course, I'm a human being. What kind of a relationship anyway? Before I answer the question,
Erotic?
intimate relationship.
Yes.
Is that what you want to know?
Exactly.
Because I've been into many relationships with my sisters, with my brothers, with everyone. So which one is intimate?
With a male friend.
I have been to many.
Share with us. Share with us a relationship
Mm-hmm.
that you have been, okay, you have ever been
Mhm.
intimate.
Okay. Yes, I have been in many relationships. Some very exciting, some very ended up in a tragic way. And and some left my heart bleeding. So let me talk about oh my God, you found me. Let me talk about the relationship that I'll not be elaborate, but the relationship that even now gave birth to my son. Yeah, I was in it, a serious one, and I thought it would work, but it didn't work, and it was very stressing, very, very stressing. And I found myself in a situation that I developed mental illness because of that relationship. And I found myself into depression. To an extent, I had to take antidepressant because I didn't know how to go about it, because I never knew that it would go that direction that it went. And it was very stressing. It was a nightmare to me. And I think part of what I do was also informed by that. Because when I talk to women, when I talk to people and I tell them to move on, I know how hard it is to move on. Because it took me many years before I moved on.
So did you move on?
People confuse again moving on. And that's why I think I am here to clarify. So to you, what is moving on? Because people think moving on is going to another relationship. So today I want to make it clear that moving on could, yes, move on to another relationship. But the first thing of moving on is detaching yourself, is working on yourself, is saying enough is enough now. I will not try again. I have tried my best, like how I tried my best. I have cried enough, and heal. So moving on for me is healing and working up on yourself, which I did. I healed, but it took a lot of courage. It took a lot of me and God, so that I can move on. And remember, we are talking about a Christian me, an elder in church. So how do you move on and now start telling people I'm no longer in that relationship, or the relationship is not working? So part of moving on is being able even to talk about it without even crying, without even feeling bitterness. because I was very bitter. I was very, very bitter. You know, that bitterness, to an extent, like I've shared, that I developed mental illness. That is the bitterness. So moving on for me is really removing all those bitterness. And now I can share, I can dance naked, and I can talk about it. So for me, that is moving on.
I know maybe not today, but we would like you to dance naked, because these people, they just see doctor and they don't know that even doctors go through issues.
Oh, yes. The fact that I am a counselor, and even when all that was happening, I was a counselor,
True.
does not mean that we are free from those issues. And again, does not mean that now it has happened, I can just wake up and move on. I went through what every woman would go through, crying, calling everyone, all manner of drama. By the time you develop mental illness, you have done everything. But in most cases, you do that because you want to salvage the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to appear out there like a very strong woman. You want to appear to people that you're strong and you have made it in life. The way we were told to show you a strong family, so that we also see that you are a good woman.
Wow. Okay, doctor. Maybe like three or four tips. Would you mind to give us tips that helped you, now that you have told us that you went through depression?
Mm-hmm.
And that means there was that mental instability.
Mm-hmm.
What are the tips that can help us to, in that journey of healing? What are some of the things that you did?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So let me first of all tell people that it's not easy. People think, like, even me, before I found myself in that situation, I was wondering, what are people doing in abusive relationship? I could even ask people, moving on, just why would someone abuse you and you're still there and remain there? And that is until I was in that situation and I was in that shoe, is when I realized it is not easy, and I knew all the theories. I think I had done my degree. I think I had done my master's, or maybe I was starting my master's. Or no, I think I had not done my master's by then. So with all the theories I had done in my higher diploma, in my degree, I knew them. They were in my tips like this. I knew even what you were supposed to do, but I couldn't do it. I could just wake up, go back to bed, cry, waste. One day I will sit down with you and tell you some of the mistakes that I also made in the journey of trying to salvage, where I see so many people making those mistakes. And when I tell you guys, I tell you out of experience. So one of the things, yes, I wasted time, like the way people would waste time, to an extent that it pushed me now to get into mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, when I was taken to a psychiatrist, thank God for my sister, she realized this is not good, because I even had some suicidal thoughts. I had some suicidal thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was taken to a psychiatrist and I was given now the antidepressant, is when I realized things are not good here. And the bad thing with antidepressant, when you take them, you become like your Zubi. And I always say, also my house guard really helped me, because I couldn't, for 2 days, I couldn't wake up. You're in bed, you're just eating, because that's a work of the antidepressant. Because what the antidepressant do, want to suppress those thoughts. The suicidal thoughts, all those thoughts. And so one day, I just had to sit down and ask myself the third day, what is this? What am I doing? Am I doing it because of myself or because of the people? And I had that quick awareness that I am even into antidepressant medication Not because I know whatever is happening is not good. Because already this thing is not working. And I know, and I could tell it's not working. But I am refusing to accept because 1, people. 2, like I said, I'm in church. Pale mbele. 3, what I had done so many things and people knew me. So the question was, if I do this, what will people say? So I realized it's about people. Then the other thing I realized, even if I cry, I do what? When someone doesn't like you, whether you like it or not. If they don't like you, they don't like you. And so the first thing is to accept. Acceptance for me was key. And then the second thing was, now I'm doing this for people. Can I stop people and do me?
Stop people
And do me. So I'll give you the other tips. Let me breathe in and out. I've given you 2.
It's okay. You breathe in and out. And even as we go for a short break,
let me breathe in and out. I give you the other tips.